Hey guys, Jester here. Today we're going to be going over the first level wizard, his training, and acquisition of his original starting spellbook. So, um, you know, I don't know about you guys, but with me and starting off my characters with me as a dungeon master, starting off my characters, my wizard characters with first level spells. Just like it states in the player's handbook or dungeon master's guide, that uh, the first level wizard's mentor or master um, gives him a gifts him a spell book of six first level spells and sends him off his way into the world to start his adventuring campaign or adventuring career. And so, that's basically all we did. I mean, we really didn't think any more in depth about that as far as what exactly happens during his training, how he is able to actually use these spells, which I'll go over here in a second, and so forth. So, I'm a novelist, and I've written two books so far. One's the Book of Prophecies, and two is the Black Knight. And this third book I'm in the middle of writing is about a wizard. And uh, at this current time, I'm writing about his actual training. And it got me to thinking at that point, it's like, okay, what actually goes on in a wizard's training in Dungeons and Dragons? Because you really don't have that aspect in the game because it's assumed that that's already taken place. He's now first level. He's already got his spells. He's already left that that mentor, master, whatever, and and he's going off. But in writing the book, I actually started thinking, what exactly is going on during the training? Because you think about in the Harry Potter movies, they're sitting in a classroom like your normal school classroom at today's society, except for instead of learning about math and English and science and all that kind of stuff, they're learning about spells and potions and all that, and how to use their wand and whatever. But unless your first level wizard actually went to a wizard academy, or school or whatever like that, he's usually being instructed by a single wizard in that wizard's home or castle or tower or whatever. Um, and sure the wizard can be teaching the apprentice, you know, um, things, just your basics about potion making and teaching him how to write spells. Okay, actual spell writing, all that's involved in that, because it's a very intensive thing. Um, and just teaching about spell components and so forth and so on. But the main thing that kind of got me to thinking and saying was the uh, the wizard's original spell book that is given to him by his mentor. So the rules state that the first level wizard's mentor gives him a spell book of six level spells. It actually uses the words gifts him and sends him out on his way. And usually those spells are going to be consisting of read magic and detect magic, because you have to have both of those, especially the read magic. You're not going to be able to be successful as a wizard without the read magic spell, because if you ever find any spell books, you have to, or scrolls, you have to have the read magic spell to be able to even read what's in those books. So anyway, so six first level spells, but it also states in the rules that if you have if a wizard comes across another wizard's spell book, he can't cast directly from that book, which like a scroll, you can cast directly from the scroll. Um, and in the rules, it's also talking about copying your spells from other people's spell books, and so basically you can't find or capture or steal or whatever a wizard's spell book and use that spell book to study and learn, memorize your spells or those spells, um, to be able to cast. You actually have to write them down in your own spell book using your own way of thinking and learning and whatever, to write it down, and therefore, whatever. So given that you can't use another wizard's spell book to cast spells, what's up with the spell book of six first level spells that's given to the magic user by his mentor? Because technically, wouldn't that be another wizard's spell book? Because it was written by his mentor in the way he writes the spells, not the way the wizard, the first level wizard, would write the spells. So would that mean that therefore the first level wizard has to buy a blank spell book and copy all those spells into his own spell book using his own method? That is one of the things that made me go, So it also got to me thinking, obviously, and also too, the spells that the wizard is able to learn, he has to, in mechanics, D&D mechanics, he has to roll to see if he can even know these spells. So how is this mentor just giving him a book of spells? So these are the things I came up with in thinking about all this stuff. So in the training, beyond the mundane things that the wizard is going to be learning, is the spells that are going to actually be in this spell book. The mentor is teaching him these 6 spells. He's practicing these 6 spells. He's practicing copying these 6 spells, and writing these 6 spells. And that's partially how he's learning how to write magic, and in learning, he learns the components for these 6 spells, if they have any, and so forth and so on, and how to gesture and all that kind of stuff. And that the actual book that the mentor is gifting him is not a book of spells that the mentor wrote. Because again, think about the fact that all the book itself, the ink, and all that goes in that's involved in actually writing in your spell book as a wizard costs money. You have to have the supplies. So if you're a wizard and you broke your ink bottle and you have no ink, out in the campaign world, you can't copy a spell in your spell book. Okay, if you broke your pen, same thing. So you have to, or if you don't have any pages left, whatever, all that costs money. And so a first level wizard ain't got no money. So the gift that the mentor or master gives the first level wizard is basically all of those ingredients and materials. So he gives him the book. He gives him the quills, multiple quills, because he's going to need more than one. He gives him the ink. He gives him the components. He gives him all of those things that he needs to cast those 6 spells. But the actual writing of those 6 spells into that book is not done by the master. It's done by the apprentice, because again, it is going to be the apprentice's book. So when in the rules it states that the mentor gifts him the book of spells, it's the book of spells that the apprentice wrote. So that is how I make it make sense in my own head in the training aspect of the first level wizard. So you guys tell me what you think in the comments section. Am I completely jacked up in my thinking, or does what I've said make complete sense? In any case, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time. And until next time, and as always, see you soon.